with a group of baby boomers,
Yeah.
being the largest group ever to be hitting retirement, or what we thought was retirement. Obviously, that number's going up when
Right.
we can retire.
Yeah.
But we have the biggest group ever getting to that time in their life, and so many of people, getting to that age, well, they're ready to retire and live cheaper.
Yeah.
And have a better way to live, better food, culture, music,
Yeah.
and maybe not have some of the medical expenses they see here.
Right.
Have them much cheaper, in other countries. So, man, this group is going abroad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I think what's helping that is technology.
Yeah.
That's number one, so they could stay in touch with family, right? Because I think that is one concern people would have is, oh my gosh, if I live overseas, how do I stay in touch with family? And I think that was a barrier back in the day.
Well, I had a client tell me this past week they're purchasing a property in Mexico, and my client said, as my kids get older, they come see us less and less here in Dallas. And she says, we're hoping the beach house is going, because they're spread across the country. They're all married and have their careers, and they're hoping the beach house in Mexico will get the kids to come visit them a couple times a year.
Oh, so got it. So they want to.
They said that they just don't have time to come to Dallas.
Yeah,
Dallas is boring when they all have their own families and stuff, and they're hoping the beautiful beach house is going to get their kids back more often.
Right.
So
no, that makes sense. That makes sense. But also medical as well, right? So access to great medical care is also paramount as you get older.
So, one thing that I did mention is medicine and prescription drugs. As we all get older, we all have to take more prescriptions, and prescription costs are unbelievably lower in Mexico.
Yeah.
There's one particular drug that I take, and it's $500 a month here in Dallas, Texas to buy it. Well, in Mexico, I buy the same drug in the same box at the pharmacy without a prescription. You just go and tell them I need this.
Yeah.
But I go to that and I purchase it for $40.
Oh my God.
$500 here, $40 in Mexico.
Yeah.
For certain people, they take multiple drugs like that. So being able to have that savings, man, that's huge on somebody being able to live at somewhere else.
Absolutely.
$500 in difference in Mexico, that's, you can eat all month for $500.
Yeah, yeah. My dad and his wife, they're big cruisers, right? So they go on down to Belize, and they live in Florida now. But they just moved this past year there. But they always go on these cruises, and they joke, they call it their drug run, right? Because they go to the pharmacies and everything else, and it's so cheap, right?
Yeah, I mean everything. Everything. It just makes a lot of sense to live somewhere where you're saving on your doctor, and where you're saving on food costs, you're saving on prescriptions, and then you're living somewhere pretty darn cool to a beautiful beach for a reasonable price.